For over a month period, we were trapped within this range between 4890 and 5210. And we were suggesting that on the loss of this, we're going to complete and meet all 6 of these targets from the 1272 all the way down to the 2414. And when we had this big spike from this area, it's signaling that the bulls have now stepped in. But as I mentioned multiple times, we would then need to reclaim this blue area over here that I've marked out for this to flip bullish. If we just correct upwards, or if we come upwards, it'll just be a correction, guys, for eventual continuation lower. And in the last update, as I drew out this key level for you guys between the 0.5 and the 786, we did so in the last update over here, suggesting that measuring this pump would bring a dump back down to the golden pocket area, and we can see that we returned to the blue lines just as we did over here. As we measured this pump, we dumped into those areas, we tried to break out and break this high. That's what we needed to see. So that would be this high over here. You can see that with the failure to break that high on the left, we continued lower. So this would then suggest even if we pump now, we would need to break above this high at 4756. Otherwise, we will just be looking at hitting key levels of resistance and then eventually continuing lower. I would suggest for you guys to watch my Bitcoin video, Bitcoin right now. If we head over to my Twitter and find that little picture of Bitcoin for you guys. So make sure you check out the video. Make sure you're following me here anyway. It's Louis_crypto, the blue tick. You can find the links in the description down below. And what we're seeing on Bitcoin is this downward sloping resistance. Now, after the breakout, the beginning of this month, my apologies, we've now come back down to that exact trend line, now support. So it's very important now, as you can see over here, for the bulls to step in, as this is their last opportunity. We are at the golden pocket. We're also on that trend line now, support. So we need to see a rally. If that does come, I've already said you have to go watch that video. We know that if it does have one more go at trying to break out 2930k, it's still going to be our top. That's lower than this, lower high, eventually coming down lower than this. However, if this is not protected right now, we just fall straight through, and this is where we see Hbar coming back down. But if we do get that small bounce, and this is where we could see Hbar coming back up, and again, guys, Hbar would need to reclaim 5 cents to flip things bullish. You can see that at the point of getting up to 5 cents, we would be back above the 200 EMA. And in fact, the 200 EMA is sitting at the 1 fib level at the moment over here at 4890. And as this is the range that we were holding for about a month period of support, we can see that when we broke down, we didn't have such a significant breakdown and we came straight back up. I feel like this is what we need to come back up, and this would still be resistance. So we've only really had like one retest, and I don't really like to, yeah, it is a retest of resistance, but I'd like to see a much larger dump. Are setting up and maybe a further pump up. This would be Bitcoin coming up and then getting smacked back down over here. Again, guys, this pump on Bitcoin may not come at all. And so I'm going to prepare you today for targets to the downside. So make sure you do like, subscribe, comment, and share. And so if we were to go ahead and lose this low that we've created at the 786 fib down here at 4505, then we will see continuation lower. The reversal wave would have been confirmed, and we would be targeting around this area between 4.2 to 4.3 cents. We can see in the past where we are finding resistance over here, and support is exactly where we are right now. So as you can see, we already had a goes at losing it. We actually closed back inside. I know now that we have closed below. However, we're still at a key level of support using the Fibonacci's. And that's why we're pumping back up into this area. I'm hoping that, well, I'm not hoping, I'm believing that this is resistance unless we get that Bitcoin pump. Again, even if you get the Bitcoin pump, there's resistance here. And we would need to reclaim this area of 5 cents to actually flip things bullish again. So until that very moment, you could pump up into there, still bearish. So still expecting lower prices than where we are right now. And if this Bitcoin pump does not come and we're just using this area right now as resistance, then as we look to the left over here, when we ran into this resistance, we came down to this area over here. And that is also as a second confirmation the 1618 target. So this would be my expectation, and this could take days or weeks, but that's my expectation. I will be here to update you guys further if anything does change. But for me to believe a change is coming, I would need a reclaim of 5 cents up here. Otherwise, any pump, doesn't matter how high it comes, as long as we fail to reclaim this area as support, we will eventually continue lower, whether that's from here right now, or we do have Bitcoin pumping and we get a little bit higher up until that 200 EMA, back where we were holding this range for the last month as support, now as resistance to eventually continue lower. We're trapped in a downtrend, guys, so the expectation is any pumps are scam pumps just to trick you into buying, and then we do eventually continue lower, just like this bullish divergence, which is a bullish signal that I mentioned to you guys, just pumped into the 200 EMA to continue lower. So if we do pump up there, it's just back into resistance to continue lower. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And again, I've got one more slot available for the one-to-one mentorship plan, which is going to include 5 or 10 hours of one-to-one help until you become a self-sufficient trader. You're going to have all the tools you need. You just need to stay disciplined and consistent with it and have that never give up attitude. If you believe that you fall under this criteria, message me over on twitter.com with the links in the description down below. With this 25% discount, I'm also going to give you my 6-hour-long pre-recorded course that will teach you from zero knowledge into a self-sufficient trader on top of those one-to-one sessions, and you'll be able to fall back onto that as you'll have that for the rest of your life. Not only this, also included in the offer is 3 months in my Discord community where you will actually get further free mentorship sessions as a group. So you'll also be able to access other traders that I've taught in the past and learn from them as well. You're also going to be seeing all my future investments in that community. And after that 3 months is up, it becomes permanently discounted at 50% rate. You can join and leave at any moment. That 50% discount is for all past students of mine. You don't need to take up on this offer. You can just join the chat through the links in the description, or you can just take action on the course that actually includes 3 months free in the chat as well. So just private message me for all the options, any questions. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next Hbar update. Cheers.